And as I said, whether or not they lose the ball game or they come back, this is what you need to propel you into next week. Some sort of positivity that you can take away from this game, and Verdes is definitely doing that as the Bandits stave off what could have been a miraculous comeback by the Dream Ballers as the Bandits win the ball game by 6 points, 74-68. And for the Dream Ballers, even though they are 0-2, they have some sort of positivity to take into their third ball game next week.
Leroy Laureano finds Akeem Waters off the throw-in.
Tough shot there by Leroy Laureano.
Luther Page, his foul, and he will be going to the free throw line.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, remember, following the game, no one on the
Defenders looking for back-to-back wins.
Once the final whistle is blown, no one on the basketball court. The authorities are here to make sure that they do not step on the court as well. So please.
So Luther Page coming alive in the second half for the Defenders. He now he'll be looking for his 14 and 15 points to go along with 6 rebounds. First free throw no good with 1 more to go. The NEBL on TNC is brought to you by Gentrack and Universal Hardware. Second free throw good.
Akeem Waters.
Not a good pass that time from Akeem Waters.
And that will do it.
Stephen Williams with the foul. And Shaquille Crawford will be going to the free throw line.
Finally, Coach Matt is smiling, definitely happy with the effort of his team in consecutive weeks. Bandits, which have gone final 74-68.
Shaquille Crawford with 6 points to go along with 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, and 1 steal in the ball game, and a lot of playing time for Shaquille Crawford. 22 minutes he have played so far in the ball game. As he make the second free throw.
Leroy Laureano.
And so this one is over for Verdes.
Beautiful move there by Leroy Laureano.
Taking it coast to coast.
That's just to pad the stats and let the final score.
And so Verdes suffering their first defeat of the 2020 NEBL season. Defenders with their second win, a very impressive second win at that, at home, opening night in front of their home fans.
Yes, this team looks like the best team in the NEBL, but it's only 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, Defenders are on a 2-game winning streak. I said last week, you cannot judge a team by a 1-game winning streak, and you can't rate them by a 1-game losing streak. Verdes on a 1-game losing streak. In terms of a game like this, you tell yourself, we made a game of it in the end, and you try to take that momentum that you had in the end over into next week and see if you can get a victory for Verdes.
Both Luther Page and Nigel Jones wasn't a factor in the first half. Both players came alive in the second half. Luther Page putting up 14 points to go along with 7 rebounds. Nigel Jones finishing the game tonight with 19 points to go along with 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 turnovers, something that he will have to work on.
Yes, You know, turnovers are always something that that coaches preach. Hold on to the ball, but you know the other team is playing defense as well. You know, but you just have to make good shot selection, good decision making, and that is what you. And also good ball movement. And for 2 weeks in a row, we've seen all of that, along with good adjustments from the coach, good ball movement. It's just good all around play from the defenders.
What I saw in this ball game, the confidence that Coach Matthew Smiling have in Shaquille Crawford, keeping Michael Zoll on the bench. If you notice, Michael Zoll sat out almost the entire fourth quarter of this ball game. You know, Michael Zoll finished the game with 13 points to go along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists, 3 turnovers. And when you look at Shaquille Crawford, you know, 7 points. Very good 7 points for this kid, giving him confidence. 4 rebounds and 2 assists in the ball game. And so, again, balanced scoring. When you have 4 players scoring in double figures, Devin Daly with 17 points to go along with 4 assists and 3 rebounds in the ball game. So very balanced scoring for Coach Matthew Smiling and the defenders tonight.
Yes, good all-around game. As we quickly go over to the other game that was on our doubleheader on Channel 119, Maupan Bandits getting their first victory of the season after dropping the road opener against the PG Panthers. They win it 74-68 against the Dangriga Dream Ballers, who fall to 0-2. Richard Smith III, Khalil Jabi, Brandon Flowers, all in double figures. Richard Smith III with 13 points. To go along with a monster 18 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 blocks. He is, you know, the 2017 Defensive Player of the Year. He's definitely looking in that tip-top defensive form. Khalil Jabi with 24 points to go along with 4 assists, 5 steals, and 4 turnovers. The other player in double figures, Brandon Flowers, 11 points to go along with 12 rebounds and 3 assists. On the Dangriga Dream Baller side, they had 4 players in double figures. Shepard with 15 points, Edgar Boogie Mitchell with 17 points, Delvin Henderson with 10 points, and Quinton Bowen. This is a very good start. Quinton Bowen having a good bounce back game, 15 points, 5 for 10 shooting for 50%. If he can get it going for the Dangriga Dream Ballers, they can definitely, you know, try and get something going. You know, an 0-2, you don't want an 0-2 hole, but they have it, but they gotta find some spark, and it could start with Quinton Bowen.
Let's get back to the game that you just saw on TNC. For Verdes, 5 players in double figures, but Richard Troyer wasn't a factor in this ball game tonight.
Yes.
Even though he finished with a double-double, 11 points to go along with 11 rebounds, wasn't a factor in this ball game tonight. Chris Frazier finishing with 17 points to go along with 8 rebounds. Devin Thomas, 14 points, 11 rebounds. And Akeem Waters coming off the bench with 11 points to go along with 6 rebounds. And so Richard Troyer offense wasn't there tonight, and it shows that when his offense is not there, Verdes somewhat struggle.
Yes, and not only that, they were struggling because he was only looking for the 3-point shot. That is when they were down double figures, almost down by 20 points. When he started adjusting and taking the ball inside, that is when Verdes got back into this ball game. So he has to recognize when the outside shot is not there, take it inside, and you just have to, you know, get more physical. You know, when the physicality level went up for him, Verdes became a better team. As I said, look at the positives and take it into the next week.
Orange Walk Running Rebels poised to pick up their first win of the 2020 NEBL season.
That is final.
For Peter Lacey and the rest of the TNC crew, I am Raynard Garbett saying thank you for joining us from inside the Belize Civic Center. God bless you and good night.